Hello and a very warm welcome. Thank you, Shruti, Pranavi, and Anita for joining in. We are reading about where is this field called intention from this amazing book, The Power of Intention. Let me very quickly start sharing the screen because this is a very, very beautiful piece, extracts that I read in the evening. And let's see what do you all have to share on this? Anybody wants to read? Or I shall go.
Yeah, actually, I'm interested, but then you just go for a few minutes, Karishma, because I'm just plaiting my daughter's hair. So, meanwhile, you can read.
Sure,
Then, after a few minutes, I may take it. Yeah, thank you.
sure. Where is this field called intention? Some prominent researchers believe that our intelligence, creativity, and imagination interact with the energy field of intention rather than being thoughts or elements in our brain. The brilliant scientist David Bohm, writing in The Wholeness and the Implicate Order, suggests that all ordering influence and information is present in an invisible domain and higher reality and can be called upon in times of need. I found thousands of examples of these kind of conclusions in the research and reading I did. If scientific evidence appeals to you, I suggest you to read The Field, The Quest for the Secret Force of the Universe by Lynn McTaggart. Her book is filled with studies supporting the existence of the higher, faster energy dimensions or fields of intention that can be tapped into and used by everyone. The answer to where is the field is there is no place that it is not, because everything in the universe has intention built into it. This is true for all life forms, whether it be the wild beast, a rose bush, or a mountain. A mosquito has intent built into its creation and life experience. A tiny acorn with no apparent power to think or make plans of its future contains intention from the invisible field. If you cut the acorn open, you won't see a giant oak tree, but you know it's there. An apple blossoms in the springtime, appears to be a pretty little flower, yet it has intent built into it and will manifest in the summer as an apple. Intention does not err. The acorn never turns into a pumpkin, or the apple blossoms into an orange. Every aspect of nature, without exception, has intention built into it. And as far as we can tell, nothing in nature questions its path of intent. Nature simply progresses in harmony from the field of intention. We, too, are intended from the energy of this field. Wow. So, हम लोग बोलते रहते हैं कि इंटेंशन सेट करो, इंटेंशन सेट करो, इंटेंशन सेट करो, but the reality is there is some higher force that is working through us, and it is already set an intention before even we were born, before even we were into the womb of our mom. Isn't that so beautiful? अगर एक सीड के अंदर इंटेंशन है कि वो या तो एप्पल बनेगा या ऑरेंज बनेगा या मैंगो बनेगा, तो व्हाट अबाउट अस? वी आर ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ दिस यूनिवर्स, राइट? What are your thoughts on this? Anybody, if you would like to share, please unmute yourself and share. Shruti, would you like to say something on this?
Yeah, we are just a speck of light in the universe. We are just like, there are so many proverbs in English, but I don't remember. Like, Yeah, we are just a point of light. When the soul doesn't die, only the body dies.
Hmm.
So what the intentions are all coming from our soul, spirit. Body is just, we use it as a physical form. When we die, it also goes. Then we are, after dying, we go to God and then come back again to earth. Likewise, it is coming,
Hmm.
going on and on.
Well, thank you for sharing that. Let's hear it from you, Pranavi.
uh Here what the author is telling is, like, we are all from the, I mean, we are all part of the nature. There will be so many things, uh, uh, we resonate with the nature.
Hmm.
See, for example, if you sow a particular seed, like an apple seed or whatever, it never turns into mango, because the seed itself has a certain strong intent, and that intent will be stronger, and it gets nourished as per the environment over there. Like, the nature also provides a particular environment for it to come out and blossom. So every tiny being or every energy creature has its own intent, and this is not something artificial or very complex about it. It is just as natural as this thing. I mean, it's just the part of nature. So
Hmm.
indirectly he's trying to convey that, even we are also a tiny kind of seeds in the universe, and this particular seed had a certain intention as per the nature's laws. So we need to just blossom as per the intention which is being already there in us. So it's our duty to work on it, take it out, carve it, and then beautifully blossom it.
So
So
I also see it as, there has to be some intent, some force that is working here and there, because of which we have got born into, some certain kind of conditions. We got married into certain kind of conditions just to, those environments have been brought into our, and we have been brought into that environment because that is required for us to bloom.
yes, because you have, I mean, if you really have the clarity of intention, and the nature will work as per its own, I mean, it just that intention will itself drive us to get accustomed to that any kind of environment. So actually, that is what he's trying to tell, that we are all vibing with the nature as simply as an apple seed blossoming into an apple fruit. So similarly, even we are gifted with certain intentions, and that intention itself will drive us to take many steps, or it itself is a one, it is planning for us for so many years. So yeah, that's what I understood.
I also understood from this that it is not this intention that we talk about is not something that, we generate. It is rather the other way around. That is something that we are aligning to. Because there is something जो लोग कहते हैं कि there is some destiny written before we were born, is actually our intent to be on this plane, and things happen and we get onto the alignment with that.
Yes.
Uh, Anita and Raki has also joined. In NLP also we used to say that there are infinite number of something, right? Infinite number of spaces. In that, in one space we are acting in alignment. Like there are infinite number of intentions, but only one intention we get aligned and we
Actually,
work on it.
Shruti, that NLP intention is entirely different from the
Okay.
intention the author is discussing here about. Here, intention is nothing but it is, I mean, in simple terms, the author is trying to tell that it is a source, or it is a God, or it is
Is
an
Yeah.
the
invisible
universal power.
field. Yeah,
It
it is,
is the energy.
yes, and we are all part of that particular invisible field.
Uh,
So we are all, sub parts of it. So he's telling that when you are in connection with the universe, that
Okay.
intention is already flown into us. It's our duty to just take it out and blossom accordingly. So that NLP intention is like consciously you're setting a particular thought for your goal setting. That is NLP intention. And here, this intention, the author is trying to tell that we are all part of some kind of universal magical power, and we already have certain intention, and it's been already planned, and our duty is to just work on it and take the beauty of it.
Even this call is already planned. Only certain number of people will join. Like that.
All right, let's
Okay.
hear it from Anita. Anita, do you have anything to share on this?
Yeah, so what I understood from this is that everything has its own uniqueness. It's not that an apple will grow into a pumpkin, or a pumpkin will turn into an apple or an orange. So, same way, we humans also have unique things inside us. So, it's like the example that I can take is, if we expect a fish to perform very good in flying, then that will not suit her. And if we expect a fish to fly, that will not suit. So the intention is basically the quality, the uniqueness is what I got to know from here.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that. Rakhi, I know you have just joined in, but could you gauge something that what we are talking about, and would you like to share something on that?
Not yet, I would pass.
All right. Let's go ahead.
Yeah,
There
can I
is-
read a few lines?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
It
We are here.
is from, yeah. There is what some call a future pull in the DNA that's present at conception in each of us. In the moment of our conception, when an infinitely tiny drop of human protoplasm combines with an egg, life in physical form begins and intention directs the growth process. Our body structure, the shape of our physical features, our development, including our aging, are intended in that one moment of conception. The sagging skin, the wrinkles, and even our death are all there. But wait, what exactly happens at the moment of conception? Where did this life, born of intention, begin? As we examine the seed or egg dance attempting to discover its origin, moving backwards towards creation, we first find molecules, then atoms, then electrons, then subatomic particles, and then subatomic particles. Ultimately, were we to put these tiny quantum subatomic particles into a particle accelerator and collide them, trying to put our finger on the source of life, we would discover what Einstein and his scientific uh, compatriots discovered. There is no particle at the source. Particles do not create more particles. The source, which is intention, is pure, unbounded energy vibrating so fast that it defies measurement and observation. It's invisible without form or boundaries. So, at our source, we are all formless energy. And in that formless, vibrating spiritual field of energy, intention resides. On a lighter note, I know it's there since somehow it managed to get into a drop of sperm and an ovation egg and determines that my hair will no longer grow on my head after 25 years, and in 50 years it will grow in my nose, ears, and all I can do is watch it and snip it away. This field of intent cannot be described with words, for the words emanate from the field just as do the questions. That placeless place is intention, and it handles everything for us. It grows my fingernails, it beats my heart, It digests my food, it writes my books, and it does this for everyone and everything in the universe. This reminds me of an ancient Chinese story I love, told by Chong Tzu. There once was a one legged dragon called Hugh. How on earth do you manage those legs? He asked a centipede. I can hardly manage one. Matter of fact, said the centipede, I do not manage my legs. There is a field, invisible and formless, that manages it all. The intention of this universe is manifested in zillions of ways in the physical world, and every part of you, including your soul, your thoughts, your emotions, and of course the physical body that you occupy, are a part of this intent. So, if intention determines everything in the universe and is omnipresent, meaning there is no place that it's not, then why do so many of us feel disconnected from it so frequently? And even more important, if intention determines everything, then why do so many of us lack so much of what we would like to have?
All
I
right.
think here we'll give a stop. Yeah.
Yes. Let's discuss
Yes.
what could you gauge from this? Let's start from you only, Pranavi.
Yeah. What he's telling is like the human creation is like when a sperm gets united with the egg, then the baby starts forming. And he says that the formation of the baby, like her hair, her fingers, and everything, it has a certain magic. Like it grows at a particular age, and so many things happen just like that, because it is all about the intent, because we are all from the universe and the work happens just like that. So here the author, what he's trying to tell is, we are exact replica of that invisible field. We exactly dropped out from that configuration to this configuration. And the author's question is, when we are the exact replica of that invisible field, then why do we get disconnected? What would be the reason why we are having that gap between the invisible field and ourselves? So in that way, he's just trying to explain that, and he's indirectly telling to us that we are all in resonance with the universe. We are all part of that magical field. So when you are part of that magical field, your intention should also be magical. Then why it's not happening is the question. That's what I understood.
This reminds me of example, that why is it that we are not always connected to this universal energy? That is because our receptivity is not that channelized. So how we have to switch on to the channels, we have to twirl the button of the radio to get into the same frequency, to get to listen to what it's saying, right? वैसे ही हम लोगों को अपने आप को ट्यून इन करना होगा, टू बी रिसेप्टिव एंड टू feel that energy, force, for ourselves to align with it.
Yes, Karishma.
Let's hear it from you, Rakhi. Rakhi has unmuted herself. I would like to hear what she have to share. Rakhi. All right. जब तक राखी वापस आती है, let's hear it from you, Shruti.
I guess that being student of Brahma Kumaris, sometimes I don't read the godly texts. And I also wonder that Paramatma, he doesn't have any body and he doesn't have work in this world. So he doesn't know our struggles and everything. So how can we become like Paramatma, God? He's just present there. He doesn't come in the drama cycle. So I think like sometimes when I'm hopeless or don't have anything, an idle mind, just sitting, I'll think like that. But that's not the case. That we are all coming from the same Parandam or that infinite source. So everybody have the qualities.
And so
Just
what do
we
you think would be a solution to connecting back to that source, Shruti?
have to meditate. Meditate at least some, if meditation, a certain amount of time which is suitable for.
All right. Thank you for sharing that. Let's hear it from you, Anita.
Yes. So I
Anita.
didn't get the context. What is it regarding?
Okay, so we have been talking about how the universal energy is the same and is present everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. मतलब it's not like यहाँ पर है और वहां पर नहीं है. It is present everywhere. And yeah, basically that is what we have read. And then last question that this context stopped with was कि why is it that we do not feel that connection with that energy field or universal energy और भगवान के साथ या अल्लाह वाहिगुरु जो भी के साथ वो कनेक्शन हमारे को कभी कभी क्यों नहीं फील होता व्हाट इज इट
Oh,
व्हाई
yeah.
डू फील डिस्कनेक्टेड
So,
फ्रॉम
so I have like gone through Dr. Joe Dispenza's Rewired series. In that also the same thing was mentioned. Like the same things are given different name. कि एक spiritual energy है. Somebody says it's a spiritual energy. In quantum physics, it says that it's atoms and all those things. So ultimately, everything in the world is made up of one, made by one source only, one higher power only, right? So, and in even in our Hindu culture, it's said that everything is everything has like even every human being is a part of that higher power only. Everybody has that capacity, whatever that creation का capacity हो या thinking का या जो भी सबके पास वो सारे powers हैं जो कि एक यूनिवर्स या एक गॉड के पास है. इट्स ओनली व्हाई वी डोंट हैव देम बिकॉज कहीं ना कहीं वी आर नॉट कनेक्टेड विद अवर ओन इनर सेल्फ. जो लाइक पहले के जमाने में जो ऋषि मुनि एंड ऑल दोस थिंग व्हेन दे यूज्ड टू सिट इन मेडिटेशन फॉर years and years and years, they used to like get this all the supernatural powers by activating that internal force. And ये हम में है लेकिन हम लोग इतना डिस्कनेक्टेड है अपने खुद के इनसाइड से कि वी इवन डोंट नो व्हाट डिड वी ईट इन अवर ब्रेकफास्ट और लंच, वो भी भूल जाते हैं हम लोग. तो ये तो बहुत लाइक इसके लिए तो बहुत ज्यादा हमें अवेयर होना पड़ेगा, बहुत माइक्रो लेवल पे अवेयर होना पड़ेगा, विच I believe, especially in today's day and age, where our attention span has only reduced, तो वो करना इज लाइक बहुत मुश्किल काम. लाइक एक एक मिनट के लिए लोग रील नहीं देख सकते हैं अब. तो इतना बड़ा लाइक डिस्कवरी जहाँ सालों साल के लिए वो साधना करनी पड़ती है, वो इतना क्या बोलते हैं इतना मेडिटेट और इतना अपने आप को उस जोन में अलाइन करना पड़ता है टू एक्सपीरियंस दिस सुपरनेचुरल पावर्स, इज आई बिलीव it's difficult with the things that are going on around us. Yeah,
I
so
agree.
that's what I believe कि है वो पावर, हम उस पावर के सोर्स हैं बट कनेक्ट इसीलिए नहीं फील हो पाता है क्योंकि वी आर नॉट ट्रेन और आइदर वी आर नॉट टॉट कि उसमें कितना पावर है. And I went through this one of the क्या बोलते हैं one of the meditation by M.V. Priyank on Shivratri. He explained it with the reference of a shloka of Shivji, where it was mentioned कि हम लोग बोलते रहते हैं कि हम मम्मी है, हम पापा हैं, हम so and so and so है, but ultimately we are none of that. We are none of that. We are just the क्या बोलते हैं, अंश of Shiva. Means ultimately we are just the speck of that higher power. Yeah, so that's what, like, हमें अगर हमारे ट्रू पोटेंशियल में टैप करना है तो अंदर से उस चीज को कनेक्ट करना होगा, एंड देन लाइक मिरेकल्स जैसे पहले होते थे वैसे हम कर सकते हैं.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that, Anita. And Rakhi has raised her hand. पता है जब राखी रेज करती है ना हैंड, मुझे ऐसा लगता है वो ऐसे करके बैठी है. एंड आई फील हई राम बेचारी कितनी देर से ऐसे करके बैठी है, हाथ थक गया होगा. राखी, पुट डाउन योर हैंड एंड लेट्स सी व्हाट यू हैव टू शेयर. प्लीज स्विच ऑन योर कैमरा एज वेल.
अरे नहीं यार, मैं अभी लाइट्स अभी ऑफ करके बैठी हूँ. आई डोंट
All
वांट टू
right.
पुट ऑन.
No worries.
Okay. No, I just wanted to add my point of view. Whenever we take a birth, we are part of, we are Atman and part of Paramatma. And when we die, our Atma leaves the body and we become one with Paramatma. That is the whole essence of our being. And whenever we take the birth, we are so pure. हमारे पास वो सभी क्वालिटीज है. लाइक आई थिंक श्रुति वाज मेंशनिंग ना कि ब्रह्मा कुमारी का वो जो है उनका कॉन्सेप्ट है ये कि लव, पीस, प्योरिटी, हैप्पीनेस, जॉय सब हमारे अंदर है. As and when we start growing and we start seeing the environment around us and we start gaining those all the negative qualities, वो 7 क्वालिटीज है ना, वो एंगर, ग्रीड, लस्ट, वो सभी है ना, वो सभी हम ग्रैब करना
काम,
स्टार्ट
क्रोध,
करते हैं.
लोभ, मोह, अहंकार.
हाँ, यस. सो वो सभी हम ग्रैब करना स्टार्ट करते हैं एंड देन हमारा प्यूरिटी लॉस्ट होता है एंड वी लूज द कनेक्शन विथ आवर ओन सेल्फ. So when we lose the alignment with ourself, we lose the alignment with our source. Source is the power of the God. वो वहां पे जब हमारा अलाइनमेंट मिस होता है तो हम उलझते जाते हैं. वी बिकम बॉडी कॉन्शियस इंस्टेड ऑफ our soul consciousness. When we become more of our body consciousness, we become हम उलझते जाते हैं रिलेशनशिप में, प्रॉब्लम्स में. हम कभी वहां पे थकते, लाइक वो सुलझते सुलझते हमको हमारे पावर्स हम भूल जाते हैं, वॉट एवर पावर्स वी हैव. एंड everybody whoever is saying frequency, energy, power, everything relates to same thing. The frequency, everything is there within you and you don't have time to plug that charger. इतना ही है बस. एंड देन फ्रीक्वेंसी का आई थिंक आपने दिखाया था, कोई दिखाया था ना, वो एक मैस्लोज लॉ ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी. सम हर्ट्स रहते हैं, ऑल दिस सैडनेस, एंगर, हर्ट, गिल्ट, वो सभी डाउन रहता है, हैप्पीनेस वगैरह सभी ऊपर रहता है. एंड देन मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम व्हेन आवर फ्रीक्वेंसी इज लो, हमें कुछ अच्छा नहीं लगता है एंड देन वी विल बी अट्रैक्टिंग the same kind of people and the same kind of situations in our lives, because तुम्हारा वो फ्रीक्वेंसी चल रहा है एंड उसी फ्रीक्वेंसी में जो जो आपका उन्हीं फ्रीक्वेंसी में जो जा रहा है वो आपको अट्रैक्ट होता है. once you drop all those frequencies and go above and increase your frequency, then आपको क्या होता है, खुशी मिलने का स्टार्ट होता है. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ योर इन्फेक्शियस हैप्पीनेस, joy, and the way you live your life, other people will get attracted to your energies. And you know, have you seen all these successful people, coaches or anybody, they don't make friends with anybody who are in the low energies. देखो उनका सभी हाई लेवल का एनर्जी में जो घूमते रहते हैं उनका ही दोस्ती रहता है. उनका जो पिट में रहता है उनका दोस्ती नहीं बनाते, बिकॉज उनका वो नहीं चाहता है. पूजा ये समझाती थी बम्बल बी का जो एक्सपीरियंस, वो एक एग्जांपल देती थी. एक बम्बल बी जो सारे बीज जो रहते हैं दे आर रनिंग इन सेम फ्रीक्वेंसी. जो बम्बल बी बन के बाहर जाता है, दिस इज महात्रेयाज एग्जाम्पल. तो जो बाहर जाता है तो वो जाने से पहले तो बोलता है मैं बाहर जाके मैं जाऊंगा ना, मैं वापस आकर तुमको बोलूंगा वहां पे क्या होता है. once your frequency shifts and you go out of that, it is impossible for you to reduce your frequency, come back and pick the other one. And the same thing happens with your energies also. To come back to your source, connect with yourself, sit in silence, and you don't have to do any elaborate meditations or anything. You just sit in silence and observe your thoughts. Whatever cutter mutter chatter, anything that is coming, let it come. And you just write it down, and that kachra goes off. This is what I understood. Don't know whether wrong, right?
Thank you for sharing that, Rakhi. That makes a lot of sense. I want you to reflect, tonight when you go off to sleep, I want you to reflect कि हमारे mindset में ऐसा क्या होने की जरूरत है, हमारी daily routine में ऐसा क्या होने की जरूरत है, so that we stay connected to that force, that, intention, या वो जो भी,
We have to reduce consumption.
reduce
Consumption
consumption
has to
of
reduce.
knowledge, of social media, of
नहीं,
technology.
consumption, see, over consumption सभी को हो रहा है in some or the other pattern, because वो dopamine release होता है consumption से, and we all need that dopamine, क्योंकि हमारे अंदर से वो release नहीं हो रहा है, because वो सभी सूख के सुकड़ गए नहीं हो रहा है, and we are searching for that, and Instagram और ये reels और shorts वो सब भी हमको दे रहा है, instantly दे रहा है, and we are going behind it, and we don't know 30 minutes 45 minutes 1 hour ऐसे ही जा रहा है हमारा, and उसके बाद हमारा जो energy drain जो होता है, that is massive. मुझे लगता है like once you stop consciously doing that, probably I feel कि हमारा सब अच्छा हो सकता है.
Wonderful. What do you
And
think,
you start
Pranavi?
feeling bored. You start feeling bored. When you start taking the consumption, you will start feeling bored. And that is the time you have to connect with your inner self.
And how are you going to connect to your inner self?
Do nothing. Do nothing and just watch your thoughts. अच्छा तुमको बोर हो रहा है, हाँ हो रहा है, क्यों हो रहा है? You are not watching your instant dopamine. वो हो रहा है, हाँ इसे मैं क्या कर सकती हूँ? And those thoughts will come. And whenever I have seen, whenever I want to do exercise, yoga, meditation, ये सभी ना, इसी टाइम पे बहुत important urgent काम याद आते हैं मुझको.
Because
So
it is
मुझे लगते
sitting
रहते हैं,
somewhere with
भाग
वो
भाग
float
भाग
करके
के
नीचे
जाओ,
बैठ
भाग
गए.
भाग के जाओ, हाँ हाँ. So use that time to do that those things ना, जो important आ रहे हैं वो सभी, like you can keep one book and keep writing all those things. बहुत सारे ऐसे चीजें क्लियर होते जाएंगे. So I have stopped consciously. I'm stopping consuming because बहुत consumption हो गया मेरा.
Wonderful, wonderful. Anita, would you like to share what are you going to do to connect yourself to the higher sources more often? In fact, consistently हम उस connection में रहें के लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं? That is something that I was asking for each one of us to reflect on while we sleep. But if you know already, I would love to, understand and hear from you, just like Rakhi has shared. Shruti, Pranavi, Anita, if you have something to share on that, let's have that share as well.
Yeah, so the thing that works is like हम तो अभी सिर्फ रील्स और ये सब की बात कर रहे हैं कि इमोशंस एंड ऑल, बट उससे भी ज्यादा हायर लेवल पे इट वाज मेंशन्ड बाय जो डिस्पेंजा कि वी नीड टू कट ऑफ फ्रॉम एवरीथिंग, लाइक नॉट इवन कुछ सुनना कुछ देखना, लाइक आई शुड बी क्लोज, ईयर्स शुड नॉट लिसन. उस लाइक 5 जो हमारे सेंसेस हैं उन सब से जब हम लोग कट ऑफ होते हैं ना, that time we reach a state जहां पे we become like that same, हम उस एनर्जी पे वाइब्रेट करते हैं जिसपे क्या बोलते हैं, कुछ भी मैनिफेस्ट कर सकते हैं. जीरो स्टेट, लाइक द जीरो स्टेट. हाँ, he mentions that name zero state. तो उस like I tried it multiple times, but I don't know, some or the other indri gets activated.
So you do it early at the Brahma Muhurat. It is so much easier at that time because the world is also silenced at that time. There is another this yoga, Yog Kriya, that is Brahmari. जब आप वो करते हो तो you close your eyes as well and your ears and you get to hear the sounds of the
बट हियर
universe.
कर रहे हो ना आप, हियर भी नहीं करना है, देखना भी नहीं है,
That is the
सुनना भी
natural
नहीं है।
inner sound. It is not the outward sound.
हाँ लेकिन फिर भी सुनाई तो दे रहा है ना।
All right.
क्योंकि उन्होंने क्या बताया था कि एनी ऑफ द ये इंद्रिया अगर एक्टिवेट होती है ना तो इट रिलीजेस सम केमिकल्स, ओके, इट फायर्स सम न्यूरॉन्स इन आवर ब्रेन, जिसकी वजह से हम लोग उस स्टेट पे नहीं पहुंच पाते, जीरो स्टेट पे। सो
Okay.
देयर हैज टू बी, जैसे हम लोग लाइट्स पूरा स्विच ऑफ कर दिए तो कैसे एकदम एकदम एवरीथिंग इज लाइक ब्लैंक, राइट? उस तरह से हमारे दिमाग में कुछ भी फायर या वायर नहीं होना चाहिए, देन वी विल रीच दैट जीरो स्टेट, एंड दैट टाइम वी विल, जो होता है ना एक, यू नो, समटाइम्स यू विल बी इन सच अ फ्लो स्टेट दैट यू विल लूज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग अराउंड यू, दैट टाइप ऑफ
वो
स्टेट।
इतना जल्दी नहीं होता है, हम जैसे सोल को नहीं होता है।
क्यों नहीं होता है? सब होता है।
अरे यार इतना तो कुछ भी जीरो स्टेट क्या कैसे होगा?
होता होगा। I have
होता
experienced
होगा,
it
तुम्हें
and
होता है क्या? मुझे तो नहीं होगा,
I have
डेफिनेटली मेरा थॉट
experienced it.
आएगा।
I have
यू हैव
experienced
एक्सपीरियंस?
it. I have
हाँ,
experienced it and I believe that yes, that is possible.
हाउ कैन यू
Through
से द
meditation.
इंसिडेंट लाइक? अच्छा, ओके। Like what were you doing? Like how did you experience that flow
I
state?
normally wake up at a Brahma Muhurat and I sit for
Hmm.
meditation. I sit in silence to I start with an Om chanting so that all my
Hmm.
concentration comes to one point. And
Hmm.
then that also I stop doing and I'm all silent. I'm blank.
Hmm.
I'm at a zero state like that. And that is
And
such
then
a joyful state to be in that you would not understand whether you have been sitting there for an hour or 10 minutes or 20 minutes or maybe 2 hours.
you are
Yeah.
awake. You
Yes,
are awake.
yes.
Wow,
And, and
amazing,
and
yeah.
when you get out of that, you feel so charged up.
Yes.
You
मतलब
will feel
ऐसा लगता है
energetic
कि
also, right?
बहुत चार्ज आ गया है बॉडी में।
So you are charged up because it is another level. So the energy that comes to you is from the higher source at that time. All the portals are closed and this portal is open from where all the energy is going to come into you.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Actually, he explains the science that when we are like in that zero state, na, no firing, no wiring, that time or there is a crystal, उसका नाम याद नहीं आ रहा मुझे, there is a crystal in our pineal gland. There's a this pineal gland which is that जो third eye activation जो बोलते हैं ना हम लोग, वो वाली चीज एक्टिवेट होती है, and it is in the exact center of our skull, okay, it's at the exact center of our skull, jahan pe, see, our
Gland.
skull is so hard na, anything cannot reach there, only it's our internal energy that can make the shift, that can make the change in that thing. So he was saying when we reach that zero state, it actually helps us to activate that pineal gland, which is like antenna for us to connect with that क्या बोलते हैं, higher energies, higher sources. So वो साइंस उन्होंने बताई थी वहां पे।
Wow. I'm amazed that these kind of things are actually being talked about not into the spiritual realms only, but in the scientific world as well. Beautiful share, Anita. Thank you for sharing that. Anybody wants to share anything else before we wrap up today's session?
Actually, it all depends from person to person. As you were saying, everything should be shut down and you need to focus on the inner energy. It can be, it can be applicable in the other way also. It's like when you are totally physically inactive or dead, then you can get the connection directly from the source to our inner heart. It depends from personality to personality. It's like, for example, in my case, so of course, early in the morning, I have a guru. So I would start with the intention itself that there is a divine light in my heart. So let's see how it works out, because we are all part of the universe. So that divine light is already there in me. If you give a thought and sit there, then you would definitely know like how that divine light would be and how you would experience it. It's all again the universal energy. This is one part. And as like we are the moment you get up from the bed, you are still more in connection with the universe, because there are no thoughts. I mean, it's a thoughtless to thoughtful stage. So in that particular stage you will have certain connectivity. And if you start sitting in the afternoon, you may not get that condition again.
And
So
in
in
fact, it
that,
will take longer to get into that state.
yeah, so why it is longer? Because you are I mean, you would be in some or the other kind of thought, or you would be having certain conditions which you have carried from the morning to the afternoon session. So at that particular afternoon session, if we totally get tired, wherein the physical body is totally tired, and if you start sitting and meditating, this is also another way to get connected inside, because everything will be shut down, because your conscious mind will also sleep off, because your physical mind is totally, tired. So again, there is something like you can directly enter into the subconscious sense. It's something like, if your physical body is totally tired, then you if you sit and meditate also, you will get connected to the source, because everything will be shut down. I mean, the outer disturbances or outer distractions or whatever. So it actually, this particular case is applicable to the people who are hyperactive. So you need to just make them play, and you need to make them physically tired. Then if you ask them to sit and meditate, slowly after their body gets tired, they will shift to the subconscious or to the source or to the universal field or whatever. So yeah, this is what I know, and I do. Yeah, that's it.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for your deep insights, each one of you. Thank you, Shruti, Pranavi, Raki, and Anita, for.
To say one thing, Brahma Kumari chief officer, chief Jadi Janaki's brain was tested one time. In that, she died at the age of 104. Do you believe that? Her brain was very, what to say, very powerful. They tested her. It is not, after Einstein's brain or something. Her brain is. Because she's saying I always believe God and I connect with Him regularly. I'm child of God, like that. She is saying, and all the brain waves are always like her thoughts have become very very less, not like others. So after that she died or passed away 2-3 years back. I saw her in one meeting, but yeah, in a big meeting I saw her. She said, "Om Shanti." Everyone is, her aura is was very very white and pure, and she's very elderly person also.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here, sharing your insights, and bringing light on a topic that is not much talked about, at least in the coaching world, I think. I mean, I've not come across with people who have been talking much about it. Apart from, yes, the healers, maybe the, I don't know, like MV Priyank की ग्रुप में अनीता जाती है, वहां पर सब ये सब बातें होती होंगी, but not like within us. And I'm glad that Pranavi, you suggested this book for us to read, and it is bringing beautiful insights out.
Yeah, later
Tomorrow,
the book would be interesting. No doubt about it. I mean, at the starting, it will give a little dryness or whatever. But then, if you keep on reading the other chapters, it will be of much interest, Karishma.
all right.
And you will also know what is your intent and purpose, which is the basic purpose of our living. So, yeah.
Wonderful. I'm looking forward to the next few chapters. That tomorrow we will be reading the meaning of omnipresent intention. If
Okay.
that interests you, I would love to. In fact, why would it interest you? I would rather tell you and invite each one of you to be here in this room for this discussion for the next, things that are coming up in this book. Till then, take good care of yourself. God bless each one of you. and have a good night's sleep. Bye.
Yeah, you too, dear, and you too, to all of them. Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Take care.